Hi, I'm Terri Goldstein, and I'm a natural-born entrepreneur. At the same time, I'm a brand designer, and my passion is representing the one identity in the room that can't speak for itself, and that's the brand identity, because a brand communicates at a deep emotional level through its core identifiers, its color, shapes, and symbols, what I call visual vocabulary. Today, brands have more complexity than ever, standing out in a very saturated marketplace. And it's more important than we've ever seen before that global supply chains, brand management, design management make a cohesive team as together we venture into new exciting arenas: virtual reality, virtual intelligence, augmented reality, and sustainability. Sustainability is something that's on every client's mind, as it should be. And as we say with our new division, the Green Pack Alliance, you can't greenwash your brand. What does that mean? What that means is you can't just put a symbol on your brand and say, oh, we're sustainable. Oh, we're recyclable. It doesn't work that way. It has to really communicate the true social value of how consumers today want to do better for the planet. We call it a global circular economy. And it's very important that we understand where the brand's going to end up so we know what to design with at the forefront. The sequence of cognition is how we see everything in our lives, people, places, and things. There's a particular sequence of cognition that exists. So very often when our clients come into New York City, I suggest you hop a yellow cab, look for the Empire State Building. If you see the red star, you've gone too far because we're located on 35th and 7th in New York City. Now you may notice there's a particular sequence of cognition in which I wayfound you into my office. And that's because color is always first. Shape is second, symbols are third, and words are last. Interestingly enough, this is the way that consumers also scan products on shelf in 5 seconds or less, and online in less than 1 minute. Online, everything is gone. All of our sensory experience has been removed. So still, color is still first. We're getting a sense of what flavor is it? What scent is it? Shape is second, just like in store. We're understanding how big it is. Why is that hand there? It's showing us exactly how large it is. But at that point, that's where it shifts. So at store, it's color, shape, symbol, word. That's the sequence of cognition. Online, it's color and shape are still first. But now symbols and words take up at least 59 seconds of the minute plus consideration level. Now consumers, after they instantaneously understand the scent and the flavor, or they recognize it, they're now looking, how many stars does it have? What are the symbols? What are the words? What are the reviews? What are people having to say about the brand? That's why it's really important to design on shelf and online. Always create a storyline first. A storyline that talks about the brand's origins, its authenticity, its special reason to believe, its unique selling proposition. You're going to take that storyline that's so prevalent online, and you're going to turn that into shorthand for your consumer, a visual vocabulary of color, shapes, symbols, and words. Being an omni-channel brand design group, we design both to in-store and online. So the challenges in store have become very complex. I've designed through the era of private label. It used to be offered in a black and white package. Now it's turned into store brand. And that's responsible for at least 40% of all market share in a basket today. Now, why are store brands such a threat? Because they are really learning how to do what we do extremely well. And they also can slot the brands to go on the shelf, which is called a SKU, in any area that they want. So they're given a competitive advantage by the retailer, and today they're looking as good as the national brands, except they cost less. So that's a real challenge today. We have to know that the competitive arena is increasing. And as brand designers, we have to do our competitive reviews and understand the color, shapes, symbols, and words, the category identifiers, and always do better to give a reason to believe in 5 seconds or less. So that's a challenge today. Let's talk about the challenge online. Today, we have Amazon, and Amazon has done a phenomenal job about getting us what we need quickly. However, as a brand designer, Amazon at times will go ahead and remove the contents of the carton and just put it into one of their big crates. So now we have to understand as designers how the brand's going to end up, the total experience when it comes to the person. That too, and that primary component versus just a secondary component has become even more important than before. Today, we must pay attention and design every surface of our brand in 6 to 8 colors to make sure that the first brand impression, when you get it at your home, that unwrapping experience is just as positive as in the store.
This is the Crystal brand. This is a natural mineral deodorant. In the 1970s, this was #1. But as many brands and heritage brands, sometimes they get left behind as new brands innovate. The brand is called Crystal, but it didn't feel like Crystal. This is the brand restage. And as you can see, we've now made a crystal cap that actually feels reminiscent to the brand name. Color is first. The brand is still purple. Shape is second. Now you can find the Crystal brand by a crystal top and a crystal bottle. Symbols are third, 24 hours. Efficacy turned out to be very key, and words are last. But you don't need to read this. That's a true visual vocabulary. And then we were able to grow the brand into solids and other forms. So Crystal is certainly one of my favorite brands. Another favorite brand of mine is FeverAll. This is the before. And we applied our color crayon research, which is a proprietary method that we developed, where we have focus groups and unaided, they draw the brand's color for us so we can understand if permission is granted to change the color. Why would we want to change the color? Consumers can no longer find this children's suppository in a sea of red of Tylenol. Permission was granted to change the color to white, and you can see how efficacious and relieving the brand now looks. So color is first, the brand is now white. Shape is second. It's in a carton, but you can see the suppository on top of the shape of the actual drug inside. Symbols are third. We've got a mommy bear and a baby bear, which is a gatekeeper cue for mom or dad to buy this brand. This brand is now up 36% in the first 9 months, and nothing has changed except the brand restage. That's the power of brand packaging. I'm a consumer first and a brand designer second. And what I know as a consumer, it's very important the brands that we choose. They represent our associations, our feelings, our brand mythos, what we wear, what we eat, what we buy, what we share, what we drive. It's very important to understand having a brand be beautiful and eye-catching and very attractive is certainly a goal. But it's more important to create navigation techniques so a consumer can wayfind your brand in a sea of me-too offerings. We're able to stay updated by attending a lot of conferences. So we have many departments at the Goldstein Group. We have Carson heading up our industrial design. We have Dorothy heading up our brand design. We have Joan heading up our research. So due to these experts that head up my different departments, they're always going to different conferences and they're coming back with new intel for the entire group. It keeps us on track and on trend. I'm also fortunate to be able to keynote speak in a variety of areas of thought leadership, such as brand malpractice, how to truly own your brand, or how to truly build a sustainable brand, or how to restage a heritage brand. And because I like to speak in those 3 areas so much, I'm so fortunate that I get to meet other thought leaders in other arenas outside of my own, even outside of brand packaging. And that keeps us fresh and on trend as well. By going to tggsmart.com, that stands for thegoldsteingroup.com. The best thing to do is go there and fill out our consultation form. And within that, you'll find take the shelf site sequence test. This is a great way to get started on board with us, and it certainly reaches me so we can start to dialogue about your brand. My name is Terri Goldstein, and I've been pleased to be here with you today. Thank you.